Hello everyone, welcome to Mechanical Sati. So this is the seventh lecture on thermodynamics where we are discussing some probable questions for GATE and IPAT as well. And the chapter which we have considered over here, that is from the first law of thermodynamics and heat interaction, work interaction and energy interaction as well. So here we are discussing the most probable questions for these exams, and this may be also helpful for different other exams where numerical type question is being asked. So without wasting time, let us move forward and start our discussion. So here we'll be discussing this question. So let us first try to read it. So here it is telling that 2.5 kg of air at 2 bar and 26 degrees centigrade forms a closed system. Okay, so this is a closed system. Mass is given as 2.5 kg and working fluid is given as air, and state 1 properties are given as 2 bar and 26 degrees centigrade. So P1 is given as 2 bar, and temperature at state point 1 it is given as 26 degrees centigrade. Okay, so it undergoes a constant pressure process with a heat addition of 650 kilojoule. Okay, so it is going a state change from state 1 to state 2 with a constant pressure process, and during that heat is being added. Okay, heat is being added. That amount of heat addition it is given as 650 kilojoule. Okay, so we need to find out the final temperature of the gas and that air. Okay, and the change in enthalpy, change in internal energy and net work done. Okay, and we can assume that air is an ideal gas and with a molecular mass which is given as 29 kg per kilomole. Okay, and specific heat at constant volume Cv is given as 0.714 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, so all these data are given to us, and we can assume that this is a quasi-static process also, because this is given as constant pressure process. Okay, so we can assume this also, this is as quasi-static process, and it is asking to assume that this is an ideal gas. Okay, so for solving any thermodynamic problem, so already I have discussed with you before that we have to draw the property diagram over here for this process. Okay, so let us try to draw the property diagram. So we can consider the pressure versus volume diagram over here, because pressure at each point is given to us. That means pressure at both the states is given to us. So pressure at state point 1 it is given as 2 bar and it is constant throughout the process. Okay, so let us take pressure in y-axis and volume in x-axis. So pressure in terms of bar we can take, because it is given in terms of bar, and volume is given in terms of, okay, no volume data is given, we can calculate that. So volume we can take in terms of meter cube also. So it will be trying to show the process over here. So we can draw a simply horizontal line to show the constant pressure process. So it will be somewhat like this. So here we'll be getting the pressure as constant, and it will be how much, that will be your 2 bar. So this will be the 2 sorry this will be the 2 bar pressure line. Okay, and here we can say this is the state point 1, and this will be, okay, let me write it over here. So this will be the state point 1 and this will be the state point 2, because this is a constant pressure process here, which is shown over here, and heat is being added. So our process will be somewhat like this, we can assume. So after finding the temperature at T2, so we can calculate in which direction, we can say in which direction our process is being done. Okay, and so we need to find out the final temperature, change in enthalpy and change in internal energy and work done. So as already I have told you, so in any exam wherever this type of question is being asked, you will find only one question. So for generalizing this questions, we are taking a number of questions which may be asked in any exam. Okay, So you may find to calculate final temperature, or you may find to find the change in internal energy, enthalpy, or work done like this. So we'll be trying to solve, we'll be trying to find out all these values over here. Okay, so it will be writing the data which are given here. So m is given as 2.5 kg, and pressure at set point 1, that is P1, is given as 2 bar. Okay, and T1 is given as 26 degrees centigrade. So it will be converting that into absolute scale. So we have to multiply, add 273, and we can calculate it as 2. So let me okay, so we'll be calculating this was 299 Kelvin. Okay, so other than this, we have heat interaction which is given, and it is being added during that process actually. So we can take that Q12 as positive value, that is 650 kilojoule. Okay, and the molecular mass which is given to us, that is 29 kg per kilomole, and Cv value, that is specific heat at constant volume, it is given as 0.714 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, so first of all, let us we have detected all these data which are given to us. So let us try to calculate one by one. So you will be seeing over here, Cp value is given, and so assumption which we have made, one is your quasi-static process and ideal gas. So for calculating change in enthalpy, okay, so first try to calculate the temperature. So for finding the temperature, we can use the ideal gas equation, that is P1 V1 by T1 will be equal to P2 by P2 V2 by T2. So here pressure will be always remain constant, so pressure can be cancelled from the both sides, but we do not know any properties or any properties from the state point 2, so we cannot calculate the value of temperature by that method actually. So let us try to first calculate the enthalpy. So it will be trying to calculate the enthalpy. So one simple formula we have for an ideal gas. So assumptions are for an ideal gas and quasi-static process, that is mCpdT. Okay, so at point 1 we have the temperature, but at point 2 we do not know temperature. So by putting that formula also we cannot get the value of change in enthalpy. And the Cp value we may calculate, but here because R is given over here, that means universal gas constant we can find out, and universal gas constant we know, and that's how we can calculate the real gas constant or characteristic gas constant, so that can be calculated. And Cp is also given, so that's how we can calculate the value of Cp. So there will be no problem for calculating Cp, but we cannot but we don't have the value of T2 over here. Okay, so we can do one thing. So we know that our Q, so let me use pen. From the first law of thermodynamics, we know that Q is equal to what? That is a d E plus W. So for 1 to 2 process, so this will be Q1 to 2, and this will be W1 to 2, and we can assume that here dE is equal to du, because all other forms of energy is not here. So we can assume that the total energy is equal to the internal energy, change in internal energy actually. So change in total energy will be equal to change in internal energy. So this is an assumption we can make, because there is no heat of other works. Okay, so from here we can write down. So there will be no stirrer work also. So as there is no stirrer work, so we can assume that there will be only expansion work possible. So we can assume another thing over here. W1 to 2 will be equal to what? Only PdV type of work for a that is quasi-static process and ideal gas. So W1 to 2 maybe will be equal to PdV work. Okay, and as here we know that the constant volume. Okay, so we can rewrite the equation like this: Q1 to 2 will be equal to du plus PdV. Okay, and we know that our from the enthalpy relation, so H we can write as U plus PV, sorry, that is PV. So U plus PV we can write as H. So it will be differentiating it, so it will be differentiating it, so we can write DH will be equal to what? Du plus PdV plus VdP. Okay, so DH at constant P we can neglect this is to 0 because there is no pressure change from 1 to 2 process, so dP will be equal to 0, so VdP will be equal to 0. So DH we can rewrite as du plus PdV. Okay, so here you will see, so DH is equal to du plus PdV, and which will be equal to Q1 to 2 process, that is the net heat interaction will be equal to the DH value. So Q1 to 2 is given to us as probably 650 kilojoule. Okay, so 650 kilojoule it is given to us, and that will be equal to the change in internal energy, sorry, change in enthalpy. Okay, so let us with this we have calculated the value of dH. So so let me write it over here. So dq, otherwise what 1 to 2 will be equal to dH, and that will be equal to 650 kilojoule. So with this we have found out one value, so change in enthalpy will be equal to 650 kilojoule. Okay, so now it will be putting that relation which we have found out for the quasi-static process and ideal gas. So I can write dH is equal to mCp dt, where dt is equal to, so I can write mCp. So Cp also we don't know, so Cp I can write Cp, sorry, that is R plus Cp, because we know, so let me write it over here, R plus Cp. So because we know Cp minus Cv is equal to R, where R is the real gas constant. Okay, so we'll be trying to find out the value of Cp, so then it will be equal to R plus Cv. Okay, so let me erase it. Okay, so now Cp is here, and dt we can write as T2 minus T1. So here R we can calculate, so R is not known to us, so R we can calculate by this method, that is R will be equal to R bar, where this is the universal gas constant divided by the molecular mass. So everything is known to us over here. R we can calculate, so let us try to calculate this value. So R can be calculated as this R bar by M. So R bar we know that is 8.314, and that will be in terms of kilojoule per that is kilomole Kelvin. Okay, and molecular mass it is given to us, that is 29. So if we'll be calculating this value, we'll be getting as, so let me see. Okay, that will be equal to 0.2867. It will be in terms of kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Okay, so the value of R we have got over here, that is 0.286. Okay, so if we'll be putting R value over here, then Cb is given to us, M is given to us, T1 is given to us, and dH value just now we calculated as 650 kilojoule. Then we can find out the value of temperature at point 2. So T2 can be calculated, so let us calculate that. So T2 we can calculate as 557.5 Kelvin. So this can be calculated as this value. So T1 we can calculate as 557.5 kilojoule. So simply all these values are known to us, so simply by putting all these values we can calculate the value of T2. Okay, so after that we have to find out the change in internal energy. So again it is also simpler. So we have already calculated the value of internal energy, that is change in enthalpy, and just now we calculated the value of T2 also. So as we know the value of T2, and this is an ideal gas, and we have assumed that this is the quasi-static process, so we can write down the change in internal energy. So du we can write down in terms of temperature. So M CB and dt, and dt will be equal to what? So we can derive this equation in terms of T2 and T1. So I can write M CB T2 minus T1. Okay, so all these data are known to us. So simply if we'll be putting, then we'll be getting du as 461.33 kilojoule. So this value we can get for du. So du can be calculated as 461.33 kilojoule. Okay, then next thing we have to calculate the work done. Okay, so let us try to also calculate the value of work done. So for calculating the value of work done, we have to use the first law of thermodynamics, and without using also we can calculate, but we need to find out the volume at both the state 1 and state 2. That will be again it will require some time, so it will be using first law of thermodynamics, so we can calculate easily. So from the first law of thermodynamics, Q12 will be equal to du plus what W122, and du we have assumed that de is equal to du, that means change in total energy will be equal to change in our internal energy. So now Q12 is given to us already, du value we have calculated, and so that we can calculate the value of W12. So let us try to do that. So W12 I can write Q12 minus du, where Q12 was given to us 650 kilojoule, and du we just now calculated as 461.33. So that is 461.33. so if we'll be calculating this value, then we'll be getting as 188.67 kilojoule. So this will be the value of W12 which we can calculate. So this is how we calculated all these values over here: final temperature, change in enthalpy, change in internal energy, and work done. Okay, I think you have understood all these values how we just calculated. So if you understand clearly, just press on the like button which is given below, and if you are new here, then do subscribe it and share it with your friends who just need it. Okay, so thank you for watching.